Last week I went 5-2 with plus 2.77 units of profit or yield plus 27.70% or and positive closing client value numbers. So this season I put together a soccer betting model for Major League Soccer where I simply calculate my own percentages, my own decimal odds, American odds, and then I compare with bookmakers odds. If there is enough discrepancy, then this is potentially a good bet. So if you want to learn how to bet with numbers and get all my betting models for different sports, go to underdogchance.com. And in this video, I will share this week's games, projections, and qualified bets based on my analysis. Okay, so let's start with the first game, DC United against Philadelphia. Here you see my analyzed game. So I put together the numbers and then this betting model calculates my winning probabilities. My betting model gives DC United 46.33% of chance to win this game once we turn these probabilities into the odds, because we know that every probability can be turned into the odds. And the odds are basically the prices that we pay in the market. And this is the most important thing we need to look at, nothing else, right? So those are my expected decimal and or expected or projected odds, and those are bookmakers odds from sports books, right? And once I calculate implied probabilities from these odds, then I can compare my projected numbers with bookmakers numbers. And here or on the right side, I look for the difference, and with my adjusted Kelly criterion formula, I calculate the value. I have my own criteria, so I use this criteria, adjusted Kelly criterion. If you don't know what I'm talking and how to bet and how to calculate the value and how to set the right size for your bets, visit underdogchance.com. I have sports betting courses where I teach all these things, and you can become winning better once and forever without following picks, without being in the dark. So I will show exactly how I bet, how I escape 9 to 5. So everything is explained. And once you join this, you can learn, and then you have this knowledge for a lifetime. But basically, I use adjusted Kelly criterion formula where I calculate. I call it so-called value from probabilities and the odds, and then it suggests me how many units it should be placed. I have set criteria that if I see the number 1.5 up to 2, this is 1 unit, 2 up to 2.5, it is 1.5 unit, and everything above 2.5 should be 2 unit play. And for over under bets, I'm looking for 1 goal difference, okay? And in this game, I didn't find any value in 1x2 or Asian handicaps here, but I found the value here with over. So in this game, over 2.5, I lowered this to 2.5 at 1.68 for 1 unit. Okay, so this is first qualified bet. The second game, Toronto against Dallas. Based on my projections, Toronto should be a minus 108 or 1.93. They are plus 100, plus 127. So there is small value. And this is almost qualified bet. As you see, 1.39. I have here 1.5 is minimum criteria. So I'm still testing this betting model. And once we will have a little bit more data, maybe I could go a little bit lower to 1. So, but definitely there is some value with Toronto in this game. Okay. Inter Miami against New York Red Bulls. Based on my projections, home team should be plus 124. They are minus 120, so there is no value in this game. And I also don't see any value in betting on over and under. San Jose, LA Angels, Los Angeles FC, based on my projections, 3.25 in decimal on San Jose or plus 225. Bookmakers plus 210. As you see, there is not enough discrepancy. Those are the numbers we are looking for. This number should be bigger than 1.5. And I also set the model so that it will highlight me if there is value opportunity. Okay. Atlanta, Minnesota, my projected numbers show that Atlanta should be minus 105. They are minus 128. So they are maybe a little bit overrated. I didn't find any value in this game. My projected total 3.66, bookmakers 3.25, so it is very close. So I skipped this game. And then we have Charlotte against Portland. Based on my projections, Charlotte is a qualified bet. Why? Because my betting model showed that Charlotte should be minus 166 and they are minus 102. And this number, so this number, adjusted Kelly criterion number, it shows that, so this is 2.41. It is between 2 and 2.5. This suggests that it is 1.5 unit, okay? And you can also take Asian handicap opportunity, especially with huge underdogs. But I would not go below odds 1.65, okay? Maybe a lot of things, but those are all basic things in sports betting, which I think every sports bettor should understand. So moneyline games 1x2, Asian handicap opportunities, adjusted Kelly criterion discrepancy, difference between implied probabilities and your projected probabilities, minimum odds, and the value based on your preset criteria. So those are all things that we should understand. And based on my projections, I found that Charlotte win is a value bet. Okay, so Charlotte should win this game. It is 1.5 unit play. Okay, Orlando Cincinnati. Based on my projections, 42% of chance to Orlando. Bookmakers 45.57. They give 45.57% of chance to win this game. No value in this game. Then we have Dynamo against St. Louis. So Houston Dynamo against St. Louis. Also no value. Maybe, as I said, maybe small value with St. Louis. I think they are slightly underrated. This could be almost qualified bet with Asian handicap opportunity if the odds would be slightly better, but still not in my range. Okay. Then we have Chicago Fire against New England Revolution. Based on my projections, Chicago Fire should be minus 143. They are plus 101. And we have a value with Chicago Fire to win this game straight up for 1 unit. Here we have adjusted Kelly criterion 1.81. If we check my preset criteria, it falls between 1.5 and 2, which suggests it is 1 unit. Okay. So I simply type here. I simply type the teams. I simply select the teams. Then I add the odds, and everything else is set by everything else is calculated by my betting model, and it also highlights potentially good plays. Okay. Nashville Montreal, based on my projections, Nashville should be plus 121. They're minus 122, so there is no value with Nashville, and I also don't see any value with betting on totals. This is Real Salt Lake, right, against Sporting Kansas City. Based on my projections, Real Salt Lake should be minus 154, bookmakers minus 123. I don't find enough value, but this number suggests it is close to be a value based on my criteria. Okay, but still not good enough. I should get a little bit better odds. I think around 1.9, maybe, yes, 1.9. I think it would be a qualified bet. Then we have Vancouver against Austin. Based on my projections, Vancouver should be much bigger favorite. Based on my projections, they should be minus 334 at home. They are minus 145, and I think we have a value with Vancouver. In decimal odds, this is 1.69, and Vancouver is 2 unit play. As you see, this number 4.35, which means that the number is bigger than 2.5, and this is a good value 2 unit play. Okay. Our next game, New York City FC against Rapids. My projection showed that home team should be minus 100. They're minus 122, which suggests that bookmakers slightly overrate or the market compared to my betting model, of course, right? No betting model is perfect. I like this quote: all betting models are wrong, but they are necessary if you want to win at sports betting. I don't find a lot of value in this game. And then last game, Seattle LA Galaxy. Based on my projections, there is no value on sides. Okay, so those are my numbers, my probabilities, bookmakers numbers. There's not enough discrepancy. This is something you see here, right? But if we check totals, I have projected with my betting model totals at 4.037 and bookmaker set at 3, which suggests that it should go over because my projections show one plus one more goal than actual bookmakers totals, and because of that, over 3 at plus 100 for 1 unit is a qualified bet. Okay, so those are all projected numbers for this week. I hope the numbers will help you, and always remember, never blindly follow anyone. If you want to learn how to bet with spreadsheets, with sports betting models, if you want to build your own sports betting model for any sport, we have created more than 10 sports betting models. We also have Discord community for members where you can connect with others who build other betting models from UFC to rugby to other sports. You can join our betting courses at underdogchance.com and bet like me. If not, I wish you success, and I wish you all the best in sports betting journey. Thank you.